I'm so excited because I heard that you have a new book coming out.
I do.
Life Form, is that what it's called? It comes out in the fall?
It comes out in the fall. I wrote it, I called it Life Form because I sort of was like thinking of a wave form, like my own emotional experiences like this. And I was also like making a life form in my body for part of it because I have a daughter. Ida.
Best name.
Thank you so much.
It doesn't surprise me. It does not surprise me. And then how do you write for your comedy special? Is that the same process or is it different?
Mostly I try not to write at all. Like I plan, you know, like I'll be like, okay, first I'm going to go up there and I'm going to talk about, you know, driving to the hospital when I was in labor. And then I'm going to talk about what happened in labor. And then I'm going to try to remember like that one thing that I like to say about, you know, what I was like before and after the epidural. And I tend to stop telling stories in stand-up when I'm not excited by them anymore. So filming this special was like this real sweet spot where I was like, I love talking about all this stuff. It's still really interesting to me. A lot of it I'm still kind of working through. And it's just better to have a plan in stand-up, but I love not being scripted.
The show is called Seasoned Professional. We actually have a clip. It's a special from A24, the hottest studio we have, so take a look.
I love my therapist, and I know you're not allowed to say that, but I love her. I love her. I love her. I love her. And I actually find that at this point to be the hardest part of therapy. That like when the session is over, you're not allowed to be like, okay, bye-bye, I love you.
Have you ever slipped and said you loved her?
No, I've not. I've not said that I love her in person, but now she knows, obviously.
I was going to say, do you think she'll watch this?
So I cleared it with her before I spoke about her because I was like, I don't, you know, maybe she would really not want this.
That's nice.
Well, yeah. I also I genuinely don't want to make anyone uncomfortable. It is not interesting to me. Like, I mean, aren't we all going through enough? Like, I'm already so uncomfortable all the time.
Yes.
Yeah. So I just was like, Pamela, I want to talk about this. And she was like really encouraging. And then I was like, okay, the special's coming out. And she was like, do you mind if I watch it? And of course, everything in me was like, why wouldn't you watch it, mommy? Like, you know, like why aren't you banging down my door? Like, why aren't you looking for my address and just asking me to perform it for you? But like in person, I was like, yeah, I'm okay with that. You know, like try to be, just sort of take it down a couple levels for her.
Okay, Ross, where are you? Right here. Yeah, will you come and join me for...
Hi, everybody. Hi, my love.
Hi,
how are you?
Ross.
Good to see you. Mwah. I'm so excited that you're here. I'm such a big fan of Jenny's. You know this, because there's nobody funnier on the planet than Jenny Slate. You seriously can tell here.
And the reason I wanted to ask Ross is because your friend, Nikki Boyer, she launched a podcast called Dying for Sex.
Yeah, it was a podcast done with and about her friend who had been diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer, who, with the time she had left, wanted to have a sexual reawakening. And it was such a beautiful podcast. It won Podcast of the Year at the Ambie Awards. And it was such a beautiful story about two women caring for each other through life and through death. And they are making a mini-series about it. Jenny Slate is playing my bestie, Nikki. Is that insane? They could not have picked anybody better. And I'm so happy it's going to be you to bring this story to life. It's a beautiful story. I cannot wait to see what you do with this.
Thank you.
Jenny, thank you for this comedy special. Thank you for your new book that's coming out. I hope you'll come back to talk about it.
I'll come back every day until then,
Perfect.
too.
And then we can't wait for this incredible series you're going to make. Seasoned Professional is available to watch now on Prime Video. And don't go anywhere because we have the best insider travel tips to Orlando, Florida. We're all going there. We need to know where to go. We'll be right back.